Hello and welcome to Asia Today on CCTV International. I'm Pandeng in Beijing. China is voicing strong opposition against Washington's plan to sell a package of arms to Taiwan. The Foreign Ministry says China will postpone bilateral military programs and security talks with the U.S. Shen Le has more.
According to the Pentagon's website, the new $6.4 billion arms package includes 114 Patriot anti-missile systems, 60 Black Hawk choppers, 12 Harpoon Block II telemetry missiles, 20 Osprey-class mine hunting ships, and a command and control enhancement system. Chinese Vice Foreign Minister He Yafei summoned John Huntsman, the U.S. ambassador to China. He says China and the U.S. signed the August 17th communiqué in 1982. The United States promised not to carry out a long-term policy of arms sales to Taiwan and intended to gradually reduce arms sales to the island. The Foreign Ministry says it's going to postpone military exchange programs, ministerial talks on security and arms control with the U.S., adding that the arms suppliers in the package will be sanctioned. The Defense Ministry is also infuriated.
The Taiwan issue is directly linked to China's core interests. We will never make any concessions over our sovereignty and territorial integrity.
Major General Qian Leahy, the chief of the ministry's Foreign Affairs Office, has been instructed to summon a U.S. defense attaché to make a serious protest. A leading official with the NPC Foreign Affairs Committee says China is firmly opposed to the plan and has lodged severe representations with the U.S. side. The Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference Foreign Affairs Committee reiterated China's stance on the matter and protested against the arms sales plan. The Taiwan Affairs Office under the State Council says the arms package runs counter to both the sound development of the cross-strait relations and to the fundamental long-term interests of the Taiwan people. Shen Le, CCTV.
The sale of weapons to Taiwan has always been a point of contention in Sino-U.S. relationship since diplomatic ties were established on January 1, 1979. In April of that same year, then U.S. President Jimmy Carter signed the Taiwan Relationship Act. It's considered a legal basis for U.S. arms sales to Taiwan, although Washington promised to gradually reduce those sales. That has not happened. Shen Le again.
In 1982, China and the U.S. signed the August 17th communiqué, in which America promised not to seek to carry out a long-term policy of arms sales to Taiwan and to gradually reduce weapons sales to the island. But the U.S. did not follow through on the pledge made in the communiqué. During the 1980s, though the scale of arms sales from the U.S. to Taiwan was large, the weapons or mailing equipment that was out of date. In the 1990s, the U.S. intensified its containment policy toward China. The arms sales to Taiwan were not only large in scale, but also involved advanced weapons, such as F-16 fighters and Patriot II missiles. From 2000 to 2008, the focus of U.S. global strategy has leaned more heavily to the Asia-Pacific region, and the focus of the Taiwan strategy shifted from upholding Taiwan's defense capability to maintaining the military balance across the Taiwan Strait and to a positive defense allocation against China. The U.S. has been selling arms of more aggressive nature to Taiwan, including weapons that can become components of integrated combat systems. And the sales are all focused on confronting specific targets. For instance, for China's Su-29 and Su-30 fighters, the U.S. keeps upgrading the fighters they sell to Taiwan and also increasing the types of air-to-air missiles. Shen Le, CCTV.